Salam, namaste, vanakkam, and a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Samina, your host for today, and it's my absolute pleasure and honor to welcome you all on behalf of TVS Eurogrip. அனைவருக்கும் அன்பான மாலை வணக்கம். நாங்களோட சமீனா and TVS Eurogrip சார்பாக உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வருக வருக என்ற அன்புடன் வரவேற்கிறோம். TVS Eurogrip की तरफ से आप सबको यहाँ स्वागत करते हुए मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है. Thank you all for joining us. This is an evening of cricket, exciting conversations, and of course, meeting our favorite Chennai Super Kings. Now, before we begin with all of that, I'd like to take a minute to remind you all that every milestone, every benchmark, every success story that we've achieved so far is the result of the amazing support and contribution that you folks have given us. आज तक हमने जो भी तरक्की की है, जो भी हासिल किया है, उसके पीछे आप ही का हाथ है. आप सब हमारी जान, शान और पहचान हो. இன்னைக்கு டிவிஎஸ் இந்த அளவுக்கு பிரபலமான ஒரு பிராண்டா இருக்குன்னா, நம்பிக்கையான ஒரு பிராண்டா இருக்குன்னா, அதுக்கு முக்கியமான காரணம் நிச்சயமா நீங்க எல்லாரும் தான். உங்களோட உழைப்பு, உங்களோட விடாமுயற்சி, அதுக்காக ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. சுருக்கமா ஷார்ட் அண்ட் ஸ்வீட்டா சொல்லணும்னா, you are the Super Kings of TVS Eurogrip. So we decided why not host a meet and greet between the Super Kings of cricket and of course the Super Kings of TVS Eurogrip. And so we present to you an evening of an exclusive meet and greet with our very own Chennai Super Kings. It has been a season of turns for the team, and as usual, we tame the turns and keep marching forward to achieve brand new destinations and milestones. TVS Eurogrip is all about high performance, and this synergy in values has brought both the teams together this season. And this evening, we are gathered to celebrate this roaring partnership with our favorite cricketers, our very own Chennai Super Kings, our four-time championship winners. So I'm sure நீங்க எல்லாருமே நீங்க இருக்க இடத்துல இருந்தே whistle போட ரெடியா இருப்பீங்க. Now before we dive into the world of cricket and before we invite our Chennai Super Kings to join us, I'd like to take a quick minute to interact with you all. I think we being joined by Mr. Gopinath, the VP of IT. Sir, can I request you to unmute your mic and say hello to us? Hi, sir. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good evening to all. I'm doing great. Happy to be on here.
I love how you're already in the CSK vibe, yell love in the jersey. So I have a question for you. Partnering with CSK has definitely been a huge, very exciting milestone for us at TVS Eurogrip. So I want to know, what was your reaction when you first found out that we are partnering with the Chennai Super Kings?
So it was something very exciting. It is my hometown. So I thought I immediately took the phone and called my son and said, fine, Sailesh, my company is sponsoring the CSK, and I don't know whether I can get you tickets this year, but next year I said I'll get you some tickets. That's what I reacted when I saw it first.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that story with us. And definitely not this year, but next year, we'll all get to go to the stadium and watch our favorite Super Kings absolutely kill it in the field. But thank you so much for sharing that story with us, sir. And of course, we're going to be joined by the Chennai Super Kings shortly. So we hope and pray that you have great fun and get to interact with them. We also have with us Mr. Venkatakrishnan, our legal head. Hi, sir. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you.
Sir, we all know that you're a die-hard CSK fan, பயங்கரமான fan ன்னு எங்களுக்கு தெரியும். So, your favorite things about the Chennai Super Kings?
See, first thing is not only me. My entire family is a very big fan of CSK. And at the outside, I would say that you are very, very happy that our brand TVS Eurogrip is associating with TVS CSK. And one thing, if you ask me in one word, it is MSD. But that apart, the CSK play as a team and not for the individual records. And each player knows their strength and weaknesses. And finally, CSK is inconsistent in all the matches, and they are entertaining all the cricket lovers across the nation.
Wonderful, sir. Of course, you pointed out some great reasons why all of us love the Chennai Super Kings. First thing being that CSK na MSD, MSD na CSK. I think we've all come to associate the two together. That's something, a reason why all of us love the Chennai Super Kings. Second thing being the fact that they're a great team as such. There's no individual glory. They all play as a team. And that is what we do at TVS Eurogrip as well. So there's a synergy of values. There's something that we all believe in as teams. And of course, you pointed out that they know their strengths and their weaknesses, and they play to their strengths and always stay consistent. Of course, they won the championship 4 times for us. A team that has done us all truly proud. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, sir. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our Chennai Super Kings. We are being joined by the man that inspires sheer excellence with his presence. We have a skipper, MS Dhoni. Welcome, MS. Thank you so much for joining us. We are also being joined by the man who may be called Robin, but is definitely the Batman of the Chennai Super Kings, Robin Uthappa. And last but not least, we have the rock star on the field and off the field, PJ Bravo. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us today. I hope all of you are doing great. And
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just going to quickly congratulate all of you all on last night's win. And, we at TVS Eurogrip are so excited about this partnership. It is a partnership that is really close to our hearts because, of course, there is a synergy, a synchronization of the values that both teams share. But beyond all of that, we're also diehard fans of the Chennai Super Kings. So very, very curious to know what the Chennai Super Kings feel about this partnership with the TVS Eurogrip team. And Miss, if you can go ahead and answer that for us.
Well, to start off, it's always, as a sports franchisee, it's great to have good sponsored on the t-shirts or, different association with the brands, because ultimately, it is something that will mutually benefit both the brand and CSK as a franchisee. And what it does is increases the brand value or the goodwill of both the franchisee and the brand. So I feel it's a great association. It's a good association to have. Particularly, I was slightly more interested because being a biker, I know the importance of tires and how a good tire can really affect your handling and the ride quality. So closer to my heart. Yes, we have had quite a few sponsors over the years from 2008, but they're all different. We had ASL, we had all the different sponsors, but I would say deeply closer to the heart because I can use the end product. I can really use it on everything. So, feels good to have them. It's a pleasure to have them. And I feel the association will keep growing. Not to forget, we come from around the same part of the country, CSK and TVS. So, it's good to have them on board.
MS, I can't tell you how happy you've made all of us at TVS Eurogrip. I'm sure there are big smiles flashing across everyone's screen right now. Thank you so much. You've made us truly happy. So just the way you are the Super Kings of cricket, we have our Super Kings at the TVS Eurogrip team. As soon as the season started, we also started the Yellow Fever caught on. We had so many contests, and we had some great participation. And right now we have something very special for you, like our Yellow coming out there and displaying it all together. All our employees came together, wear the jerseys, and had a whole lot of fun supporting the team and also participating in all these contests. So right now we have a collage of all those pictures behind the scenes from the TVS Eurogrip team. So can we take a look?
Chennai Super Kings का होड़.
Well, that's some pure love for you from the entire team of TVS Eurogrip. I hope you enjoyed that. And I told you we had all these contests, and right now we have a bunch of our contest winners who won the opportunity to interact with you all today, and they have a bunch of questions. And I think the first two questions actually go out to you, MS. We have Mr. Satish Gandhi and Mr. Karthik with their questions. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hi Dhoni, how do you keep yourself so calm when you bowl some loose balls in 10th overs? What will be running in your mind?
Hi CSK, I am Karthik from Madurai. I am very much privileged to have a talk with you. I am a big fan of CSK. My question to Dhoni. Dhoni, I see you as a cricketer and as well as a good leader. So more than a cricket, I see you as a good leader. In the pressure situation, how do you keep runs running or make your team more calm and make it success? This is my question, Dhoni. Please answer. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Bye.
So MS, both those questions were in the same lines, so we thought we'll put them together for you. But you want me to repeat the first question? How do you
No,
keep?
I'll answer the first. You'll have to repeat the second question.
All right.
So, when it comes to the first question, the answer is Bravo will disagree with, with the person who asked the question. He's like, no, he's not very calm and cool because whenever I bowl a wide, he always, after the game, I always gesture, what are you doing? Why are you bowling so many wides? So, no, but the fact is, we need to see what our plans are. If our plan is to bowl something where the chances of a wide happening is there, then it's an acceptable risk. And I feel that's where the bowler should get that liberty. And that's the reason we don't put extra pressure on the bowler. But when you start off and, when the ball is not swinging much, you don't want to give extras to the opposition team. So those are the times where you have to manage, you have to tell the bowlers as to what needs to be done, but most of it is done before the start of the game. So it's not like you give a lot of information during the game. Most of the bowlers, they are good at it, they know what needs to be done. But yes, at times we have instances in the last few overs, what we call a death. We have a specific plan of bowling outside of this, fair chances of wide happening. Or when Bravo is looking for the heel Yorker, the chances of wide happening is even more. So we respect that with Bravo, but but I think it's a risk, so we don't put a lot of pressure. So the second question was,
it's to summarize that he wants to know, what do you do during a pressure situation? How do you stay calm as a leader, as a captain?
Well, I think the most important thing is to stay in the present. We always try, we are either in the past or in the future. We are either worried about what has gone wrong, or we are worried about what if the result doesn't go in our favor. But the most important thing, which is the present, where you can have an impact and you can actually change the future, we stop thinking about it. So what we try to do in a game is, I always try to concentrate on what I can do as a leader, as a captain, to have an impact in the game, because I'm not a bowler. So if we are fielding, I'm not a bowler who can go and bowl. So I can only make bowling changes. I can, have fielding changes, depending upon how the batsman is batting. So I feel I'm constantly monitoring that. And what it does, it helps to take my mind away from the consequences of the decision. And that really helps me. It doesn't put that extra burden of result on me. So I always said, if you are in the present, you have a better chance of being successful, and the future will take care of itself, because it's the present, where you can really have an impact. So the past teaches you, you learn from the past, you implement in the present, the future takes care of itself.
I think that's a great takeaway for all of us. Live in the moment and don't be burdened by the result. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. The next question is for you, Robbie, and we have Mr. Vignesh VS. Let's see what his question is.
Hi, Robbie. Good evening. You played as an opener for India in 2007 World Cup, and then you played as a finisher role for India in many series, and then followed by opener come top order for IPL for many franchises. So my question to you is, which is your favorite position as a batsman, and what do you think is required for these change of positions? So is it the change of mindset, or is it any specific practice that you do during your nets?
Thank you, Vignesh, for that question. Well, to answer your first question, I think my preferred position bat would definitely be the top order. Opening a number 3 is something that I definitely would like to bat at. That's where I'm most comfortable. But having said that, I think batting in the middle order requires more skill. It's more challenging than batting at the top order. Top order has its own challenges, but I think in the middle order, especially in the T20 game, can be a little bit more demanding. Having said that, for me, my preparation depends on understanding what my role is, what is required of me for the team, and preparing accordingly. So if there is a role specified to me, I try and fulfill that role in my preparation to the best of my ability. and try and make sure I kind of replicate everything that I do in the match. I try and replicate that at practice and try and make it as challenging as possible. So that's pretty much how I approach preparation. And I think you can't control the results. Like MS said some time ago, you take the burden off the whole expectation of the result of it, but you try and make sure you do everything that you can as far as preparation is concerned, and you leave no stone unturned as far as that is concerned. And then you always feel like you have the best chance of doing well when you prepare to the best of your ability.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for so graciously answering that question, Robbie. And our final question is by Ms. Brinda Senthilraj. And her question is for DJ Bravo. So let's see what she has to say.
Hello sir, this is Brinda Senthilraja from TVS Hero Grip Tires. My question goes to Mr. Bravo. What do you want to say for the young people who is choosing the profession as a cricket? And also, what is your general advice or suggestions for the young cricket players?
So I'm sure this is a question you all get asked very often, almost every other day. That's because India as a country truly celebrates cricket and there are so many aspiring cricketers out there. So piece of advice for them, Bravo.
Yeah, can you repeat the question for me, please? Because I didn't hear clearly.
What advice would you give to all the young aspiring cricketers out there?
My advice, first, enjoy the game. I think anything you want to do in life, you first have to enjoy it. You have to have the passion for it. Be brave. And also be prepared to make mistakes. Be prepared to fail, but don't let failure turn you away from the game. So it's important to always enjoying what you do, and once you believe in it 100%. That's the most important thing.
Wonderful. I think that's some great advice. Love what you do, be passionate about what you do, don't fear failure, and finally, believe in yourself. Thank you so much, Bravo.